Hello wet shavers. Welcome to the Wet Shave Experience with Brian. Today is day 4 of Halloween week and day 4 of my YouTube videos. So if you're new, which most likely you are, thanks for watching. If you're not, hey, thanks for coming back, really appreciate it. If you like what you see today, please subscribe below and keep watching. So today I have a soap I'm pretty excited to use. This is Kaw Vor V Halloween release in the Sierra base, and also I have the matching splash that I'll be using with that. For a razor, I again have the Christopher Bradley, or the car of Christopher Bradley on the B plate brass with a 4th use perma-sharp blade. I'll be starting with the Pro Rosso pre-shave, and then for a brush I have the PAA turn that around, Amber Aerolite brush, synthetic. And I thought I'd use synthetic today, one, because it kind of matches the color kind of matches the label. And also, first time I'm using this base. So I've heard a lot, this is supposedly or supposed to be, according to what you read or the wet shave community, the base or one of the top bases out there, if not the top. So it's got a lot of great ingredients, and I'm gonna have to read them to you here. So this is a base that's made with whey proteins. So it has donkey milk, water buffalo milk, beef tallow, water buffalo tallow, donkey milk, water buffalo milk, whey protein, flaxseed, and greater concentration omega-3 and omega-6 essential fatty acids, and other skin nourishing ingredients. And the scent on this, the scent notes are geranium, raspberry, nutmeg, saffron, oud, black tea, cashmeran, musk, leather, amber, and vanilla. So overall, it's pretty well blended. It's hard to pick out any particular notes. I do get the raspberry, probably the saffron maybe, and some leather in there. I don't get a lot of the vanilla, nutmeg, or black tea, to my nose anyways, but I'm no scent expert, so. So I thought I'd do something different today and lather on camera. We'll see how long this takes. I've never lathered this base before, so I was a little iffy on whether I'd lather on camera or not, but I've taken my little divot out of there. I might have grabbed too much soap out of the soap base here, or the soap tub. I've used my handy dandy baby spoon to grab that. So I have it all mashed into the bottom of my bowl, and like I said, I may have grabbed too much soap. So let's get going. I had my brush soaking, but pulled it out there to show it on camera. So we'll get started. I like to add a little bit of water at a time. I don't like to put too much in there all at once, especially when I've never worked with a base before. I don't know how thirsty it is, so there's definitely not enough water yet. So I'm gonna put some in there. Just grab it from my cup here. Just have a little cup, and I just use my fingers to kind of scoop some in there. So hope everybody's gonna have a good Thursday. Getting closer to Friday for me. End of the week, yay. Always excited about that. So there's where we're at with a little bit more water. I'm gonna make sure I get it all off the sides and everything else. It's a softer soap. Definitely came out of their tub and spread into the bowl very, very easily. Very malleable. Did I say that right? Malleable or malleable? I don't know if anybody else has used this base before. It's my first Holy Cow soap purchase at all, let alone working with this base. It looks like it's Siero, S-I-E-R-O, but it's an Italian word, which I read in there. And in Italian, you pronounce the I. So it's pronounced Sirio. Or I don't know if that's Italian accent was appropriate or was correct or not, but I think it's Siero. Siero. Anyways, according to Holy Cow's website, that's Italian for the word way. When I looked it up, it said it's Italian for the word serum, so I'm sure they're probably more correct than I am. I'm starting to come together a little bit. Some more water in here. It's kind of opening up as I lather it. I definitely still get the raspberry up front. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some black tea. It's not an overly, I mean, scent strength wise, yeah, I think we're about a medium, maybe a 5. But it's not overly, there's no real main note that just sticks right out and says, hey, here I am leather, I am raspberry. Although I do pick up a little bit of the raspberry, but it's very, very muted. All right, getting a little closer. You can see that there. Seems to be taking some water pretty well. And if guys looking over the ingredient list of this soap, but it's really has a lot of nice butters in it as well. It's supposed to give you one of the best post-shave feels out there. Holy Cow puts a lot of face nourishing ingredients in it, as I was reading. And here we go. I think we're getting some volume there out of that. And so we're already 7 minutes in and I'm still lathering, so this is definitely going to be a longer video, but I'm only going to do 2 passes today. I noticed something after my shave yesterday, and that I think I'm just getting a little preoccupied with speaking, which is the whole point of this, but I've kind of gotten a little sloppy with my technique as I've been concentrating more on you know, just speaking and trying to get better with the video and maybe talk about things you might find interesting, and just maybe not quite paying as much attention to the actual shaving part as I usually do. And so I had like some, I think on Tuesday I got a couple of weepers on my mustache area when I went against the grain, and then yesterday I had a little bit of irritation here on the neck that I noticed after I shaved. So definitely gonna try to slow it down, or maybe not slow it down, but just try to pay a little more attention as I learn to walk and chew gum, or shave and talk, if you will, at the same time. Some of these guys make it look so easy to do that. When I watch some of these folks, Ken Surfs or CDB, it's so natural for them to just shave and talk, and because if I'm going to keep doing these, I got to figure out how to do that. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. I don't know if the camera will focus on that, but that's what I got in my bowl. I think I'm going to try to add a little bit more water and see how that does. Yeah, it really seems to be taking water pretty well. I, for one, definitely appreciate high quality ingredients. This is an more expensive soap, if you will. This is definitely not a budget don't know if I'd say budget because this is an artisan community, so budget's not really the right word, but say value. It's not a value soap, because there's a lot of ingredients in the 345 soap that I used yesterday that were good, and I would say that that's a high value soap. It's an artisan soap, so it's well made. But here you're definitely paying a little bit more for the quality and type of ingredients that you're getting in this soap. And I think we're pretty much there. I think we're pretty whipped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Get the face wet and get some pre-shave going. Water's running, you probably hear it. Just gonna put a little water in the sink. Should have done that beforehand, but got a little distracted with the bowl lathering today. So let me know in the comments below whether you want to see more of that bowl lathering, which was probably over 10 minutes. I was joking with Ken, Shave 326, about bowl lathering on camera. He said, hey, if I had to bowl lather with some of these high quality bases, I'd be on bowl lathering for 10 minutes. And I thought, wow, that's a long time. I bowl lathered in 10 minutes, so he wasn't wrong. But let me know in the comments below whether you like the bowl lathering, whether you want to see it sometimes, all the time, never, whether I wasted your time or not. Could have always fast forwarded this to get into the shave, I guess. All right, I mean, look at that lather. I mean, that is just nice and coming right in your face there. Nice and smooth. I mean, it's a really nice scent. Like you said, I don't have any other scents to compare to. I do know when I look at their products and their soaps and their scents, there's they use a lot of different type scents or scent ingredients or notes or whatever, and they're not as straightforward to me, like, you know, like a lavender or a barbershop, although I think they have a barbershop-esque soap, but going on real nice, feels nice, very smooth. Definitely see the little peaks fold back in on themselves. I'm definitely not underhydrated, I don't think, that's for sure. And based on the volume of lather I got out of that, I definitely think I had more than enough soap in there. But the first time use of a soap, you never know. I try to use about the same amount every time until I'm familiar with the base to know whether I could use a little bit more or a little bit less soap to get a good lather. All right, here we go into the shave. I'll try to make it quick since I took all that time lathering. Definitely has a really good glide, no question. I mean, and that is still very, very slick with what's left behind there. This is kind of a luxury purchase in terms of cost per ounce. As I mentioned, it's it's on the spendier side, and you know, we all have our different budgets, price points. I think if you haven't tried one of their products yet though, it's worth checking one of them out at least once to try this base. For me, I saw the label come out and I thought, that'd be perfect for my Halloween release. I've been wanting to try this base. So I pulled the trigger. I hemmed and hawed on it for a while and I ended up getting it. It was the last one I bought. And I ended up getting it from Maggard's. Since they have the 2-day FedEx shipping, I got a bunch of samples with it, so I ordered over their minimum order for a free 2-day FedEx shipping. And after getting all those samples, I'm on the fence on samples. I don't know what you guys think. Maggard's has a ton of samples if you wanted to try something without buying the whole soap. But now that I've spent like $20, $25 on samples, I'm like, maybe I should have just bought a soap. But it is a way to try a scent, you know, $2, $3, $4, depending on what the sample is, without having to buy a tub. So I'm on the fence, I don't know. Because you don't get a lot of soap. I mean, you get enough for, you know, 2, 3, maybe 4 shaves. I gotta work on like where my camera is in my mirror. I'm using this camera holder that's designed for the car and it has like this arm that kind of sticks out a little bit. I'd like to get something that's a little bit closer to the mirror and that I can adjust a little bit better to shave around. All right, first pass done. Overall, felt pretty good. I think I'm definitely gonna invest in one of those. I think it's a Glen Healy sprayer that CDB talks about. All right. This blade's pretty good. This is my first PAA brush I bought. And I mean, I got a weeper there on my mustache area. I just saw that I just covered up. Man, I just gotta be more careful. I don't usually have many problems with that, so I guess I gotta just concentrate a little bit more. On what I'm doing. Look at all that lather I have left. I mean, it's a ton. I mean, I can do 8 more passes with that probably. So I guess the moral of the story for me on this one is a little soap will go a long way, especially when I'm only doing 2 passes. And then some cleanup. All right, with the grain here. Pull my ear out of the way a little bit there. I don't know how you hold your razor. I was watching Ken the other day. I think it was yesterday. Something about holding it like a drumstick. I don't know. I used to play the drums, and so when you're hitting your snare drum, you know, the way you hold your drumstick, kind of hold it really loosely in the hand so it resonates back up off the drum really well. And that's a kind of a good way to think about it, really. I mean, you want to apply a little bit of pressure so that you're on your skin, but you don't really need a lot. And my favorite area of my face, my mustache and nostril area. And definitely want to get a camera as I get closer to my mirror to kind of see a little bit better. The top of my head doesn't get cut off. And I don't want to put the camera too high. I don't know. Maybe you guys will be just watching my ceiling. And to look straight in the camera and shave, I'm using my phone, so it's a little small and hard to see. I hope I'm looking in the camera enough for you guys. You know, I'm going back and forth between the camera, mirror, camera, mirror, camera, mirror. Where am I looking? That side's good. Almost good. All right, I think we're good enough there. All right, let's get the neck. You know, I thought about putting the camera to the side a little bit, but then you're kind of looking at the side of my face. I don't know, I've seen a couple of guys do that. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it or not. So you're gonna learn with me, if you stick with me. I know there's a lot of choices out there. And there's a lot of really good content, so just hoping to add my spin on things. This is where I got a little irritated yesterday, right in this area. Okay. So I'm just gonna see where I might need to do any cleanup. Do a little against the grain on the cheeks right here. I think I'm done on my neck. You can see we're going on 23, 24 minutes. Are you even still with me? Sometimes I wonder if I would still be with me at this point. So much lather, my goodness. This is fantastic lather. I mean, it's just so, it's so smooth. I mean, it's really just, honestly, I'm impressed with the lather. I'm impressed with the soap. Which I was hoping I wouldn't be that impressed, because I'd be like, you know, tried it, did it. But now, you know, now I'm gonna have to probably buy more Holy Cow. That's what that means. We'll see. Some of their scents are out there for me when I read the scent notes, so I'm not really sure. You know, to put out a lot of coin on a soap you're not sure about is tough. I know it's tough. Fortunately, you know, there are if you're on Facebook, check out some of the forums and groups on there. Lather and Blade is a good one. There's the Rich Man group. There's Wet the Face. There's a number of different groups out there, and then there's also the Wet Shave Enablers, where you can buy, sell, trade stuff. Yeah, I definitely got a little, oh, you can see that little weeper right there. All right, I think, or anyways, trade your wares with other folks. So you're not always stuck. I guess my point is there are avenues to help move stuff along. It's not going to be a permanent member of your den. That's my point. So it makes me a little less afraid of buying some of these soaps, because I know if I don't like it in the long run, I probably don't have to keep it. So, all right, let's get rid of the soap on here. See how the skin feels. Smells pretty good. I taste a little soap on my lip there for a second. Face is still a little wet. Give it a moment to dry out a little bit. I think that post shave is fairly nice. Dry it up. Feels good. All right, let's try the matching splash. That's some pretty cool label art on there. And there's a ton of good ingredients in the splash. I try to read that, but I'm getting old. My eyes are going bad. I don't have my reading glasses handy. Overall, nice scent on this. The splash slightly different than the soap. You don't get any of the animal funk in there in the background. Definitely pick up more of the leather, I think, in the splash. I think it's pretty good. All right. Thanks for joining, folks. We almost went 30 minutes. Holy cow, right? No pun intended. Holy cow, we almost went 30 minutes. So I don't know about the bowl lathering on camera. That's just took an extra 10 minutes. So I might do it occasionally. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, found something informative out of it. If you liked it and you like me, subscribe below, please. I will put links to a lot of this stuff down below. And have a great day, guys. Thanks.